So it has been a while since we uploaded Hexploit, but you pressed on this video because you want to learn how to create random user generator. So we're going to start off with this is how hackers create fake digital ghosts to stay invisible. You only want to see, basically, we'll show you and guide you how people do it. This is not all the tools which I know of. Like, for example, we have a whole massive list, but I'm not going to spoil the last one, because the last one's kind of a goat, you know. So if you want to see the last one, you can either skip all the way to the end, that's fine, or you can stay tuned, learn something, and yeah, stay tuned and wait to the end of the video and we show you that really powerful one, which is one of my favorites to do. But let's start it. So fake addresses and profile details, there's many different ones. For example, I'm just going to pick random ones from the list which I created. You can either have fake address generator, random street address and worldwide, or random user.me, which uses a little bit more, is great but for scripting. So this one, random user, and as you can see I have his name, right, I have his email, date of birth, address, phone number, and red rose, right? These are all fake. This even picture's fake, right? So what you can do, it actually gives you a step-by-step guide how to use it, what results you can get, and stuff like that. Let's move on to the next one, which will be, so start with the basics. ID details. This site gives you everything you need to build a fake profile, like for example fakeaddressgenerator.com or randomuser.me, which is this one which you're seeing right now. Overlay tip, right, which you can use, is a automated with APIs for mass identity creation. But if you want to see more in-depth videos about each individual one, comment down below which one you want more in-depth, the most liked one, the most commented one, and we'll literally create a video just based on that thing you guys want to see. Right, disposable email and messaging. Right, let's go to that one. So it's this one. Some of you may know this is just the basic tools which sometimes people use. There's more advanced ones, right? So this is just the basics. Now we are layering in a throwaway emails and SMS numbers. This is what else and let's identify exists in the real world. So this is quite great, right? Because you can create stuff, you can get a free trial. So yes, you might have to pay for a subscription for this one. But then also there's a few other ones. There's burnermail.io. There's this one which you guys are seeing on the screen right now. There's also smsreceiverfree.com/receive SMS online info, which will be this one. This is quite great because it literally generates you one-time use different phone numbers depending where you are. You can select any country. You can have Canada, USA, England, even Spain, you know, so the list goes on, right? Also, I do have a tip. If you do this for educational purposes only, the overlay tip is burners equals plausible identity. So you can add few things using the random user mail and literally create literally anything you want. So now we're going to move on to photo and avatar generator. Hackers don't reuse photos, they create people that never existed. And you might be wondering, well, who's this guy? Well, if you go to thispersondoesnotexist.com, you can literally select any gender. Let's say, I don't know, male, age 35 to 50, ethnicity, let's say, I don't know, right? And it refreshes the image. It gives you a countdown with 3, 2, 1, and then boom. Completely random person. If you know this person, I'll be surprised because this is fully AI generated. So even if you reverse this image, nothing else will show about this person. And the best thing is you can download it. Those are your specifications. So download for free with a watermark, right? Or you can download it without a watermark, which is like $14.99 or something like that. But also there's different ones. There's thispersondoesnotexist.com, which is this one, and there's also generated.photos, which doesn't really give you much to play around with, just generates random photos. You just have to refresh their picture all the time. But there's a bonus. So this is a tip Use reverse image search to confirm is untraceable. Really good thing to do to make sure every single thing you're doing you can't trace back, obviously. But all of this is for educational purposes only. I cannot emphasize how important that is. Don't be stupid with it, please. Let's move on to secure commons and housing. So when you want to stay anonymous when you do things like this, the identity needs their communication tools, and here's how hackers use it. They basically use Tor or GoGoDuck or DuckDuckGo, onion routers, VPNs. So there's a lot of things you want to make sure you stay safe with. But yeah, let's, without anonymity, the identity is useless, because this is where most people mess up. So you want to use a Tor browser launcher, VPN toggles like Mulvad or Porthorn, or mention Tails OS or Kali VMs. But overlaying, and there's a tip, your IP is the snitch. Kill it first, basically, right? Get rid of it. Get rid of your IP. If you want to learn how to hide your IPs with prox chaining or VPNs and stuff like that, sometimes even in webs like this, you think, oh, you're non-traceable, but websites do track your IP and your movements. If you want to learn how to do that, comment down below and we can literally show you how to do it. So yeah, make sure you do that. Otherwise, it's gonna get quite messy and you get found out, right? But coming back to communications, right? This is a scary one. We're gonna move to part 6. Fake docs and templates. Need documents, mockups. Them, well, replicable ones are legal, but you can, make them there's a lot of fake IDs out there. There's a lot of fake documents out there. And this is what some applications could be used for. As you can see, you can do badges, gain access, use your personal identification. You name it, it's here. You can use Canva, but I'm not really a fan of it. It's more of like play around what you want to do, but this is the whole website. So as you can see, you can basically create anything you want. You just have to add photos, details as it shows, and you have different ones. You obviously have to pay for that kind of stuff, and you can pretty much create it. And this is not even the dark web, this is literally called the ID creator. Anyone can access it. And obviously there's different bundles for kids, like from cheaper ones, as you can see, really more expensive ones. Right, so we're going to now move on to persona management, right? All identities must be tracked. Red teamers vault them with encrypted notes. So as you can see, this is one of the things you can use. Get this one for Linux, app image, but the best thing is you can use it as your notes if you have an iPhone or Android, and these are much more bad because they're more encrypted and more secure. But at the end of the day, everything's hackable, so don't trust everything you download. It's free to download, free without limits, which is absolutely great. They do have pricings depending on what you want, and as you can see, different ones. But let's face it, you guys stay tuned. If you're still here, I'm really surprised. Yeah, let's go to the goat, and I'll show you how the goat works. Basically, there's no real limitations to it, but you could use this. You must be running fakenamegenerator.com. All of it's free. This is the best part. So this site gives you name, address, DOB, which is date of birth obviously, phone, SSNs, fake bank info, job title, passport data, even blood type and zodiac signs. It's quite mad, ain't it? A free website which you can literally access either, I think, through your phone. Might be wrong. If you use Safari, you might be able to access it. So let's have a fun with this one. So random gender, let's say, I don't know, male, American, let's do Finnish. Country, Italy, right? You can go to advanced options. Say Australian. Give them an Australian name. Country, let's say Switzerland. Gender. You can literally adjust. Like for example, when you have kids, you can say, you look more like your mother or more like your dad. You can actually adjust this here. This is how crazy it is. Adjust your age. Right. So let's say between 24 and 53. And that's it really. You just have to just press generate and look. Within a couple seconds. Here we go. Piper, cough, Curious if Piper means, click and find out here. Mother's maiden name, geo coordinates, phone number, country code, date of birth, she's 33, Capricorn, online, right? This is the best part. Like, this is a real email address which can be used, right? So anything you sign up for or receiving back from, you sent something and you want something back, you can use this as long as this website's open. As soon as you shut this website, this email disappears and vanishes, and you cannot trace back. I think you cannot trace back who was behind that email. The username is this, password default is this, website this, browser user agent, here you go, fiance, right, finances, sorry, fake bank account details. How crazy is that? Employment, physical characteristics, blood type, as I said, A+ apparently, tracking numbers, UPS tracking number, Western Union, MoneyGram, other favorite colors, vehicle, what even you drive, GUID, QR codes. This is a really goated, powerful tool which you can use. But let's end the video here. If you want to see more stuff or us showing you some of these apps which we have to create a fake person and show you how it fully works, this is just a part 1 of part 2, hopefully, maybe, if you guys want to see it. So yeah, congratulations, you just created a person that never existed. Use it for good or get outplayed by someone else. Who won't, right? So as you know, we do a lot of things catching out predators and certain people, and we use stuff like this to expose them and then send them to their authorities to deal with it. So we even use things like this to create them. We have different allies, different addresses and stuff like that. So if you have any questions, we also have a Fiverr page. I'll link everything down in the description. You can message us privately on Fiverr. We can create you some codes and scripts for educational use purpose only. So if you want to try things or want to learn things, there's we started it, so not all pricings are correct, and but feel free to use it, and we respond as soon as possible. We did have some fake people try to message us, really cool, but kind of wrong person to message, especially if we specialize in things like this. And the next video is going to be quite interesting, and we'll be teaching you how to access cameras with Google Dorking. Not really hard to do, but here we are teaching you basics of hacking, and hopefully I've learned something and how to stay safe, because a lot of people use basic methods like I just showed you today to get your information. So be safe and make sure you trust the person who has contacted you. See you later. Hexploit out.